As the Jewish people stood at Sinai, experiencing the greatest revelation of all times, the Torah says, "Vayechazu et Elohim." They perceived God, they saw God. And the verse continues and says, "Vayochlu vayishtu." They sat down to eat and drink. And this is puzzling. After the most amazing, awesome spiritual experience, how did the Jewish people express it? They sit down to a meal. Was this something good? Was this positive? Was this negative? So there are multiple interpretations. Rashi says that the eating and drinking at Sinai was indeed a sin. How could you sit down to eat and drink at the midst of this awesome spiritual experience? The other commentators, Onkelos, says that it was not a sin, but they didn't really eat and drink. The verse is trying to explain how the people were so happy and so elated with the spiritual experience, it was as if they ate and drank. But they didn't really eat and drink, because if they would, it would be a sin. And then there's a third commentator, Nachmanides. And Nachmanides says that they ate and drank. And not only was it not a sin, it was actually something positive. It was the most important thing they could have done at the time. And that's because Judaism is very different than all other religions. All other religions teach you how to come close to God, how to come close to heaven. But the purpose of Judaism and the purpose of the giving of the Torah is not how to climb to heaven, but it's how could you sanctify physical, material existence. And therefore, the giving of the Torah was the experience that allowed the Jewish people to bring the divine holiness into the physical world. So there is no better way of expressing this truth than connecting the spiritual experience with a physical meal, sanctifying the physical world. And this, of course, is a lesson to us, because this is our calling in this world. Every experience we have, any interaction with the world around us, is an opportunity to make the world a holy place, a more sacred place, a place for God.